We are live, I believe. Start ringing some bells here for a minute. See if we can get some action. Some people in here and join us. Hopefully. I miss my old pal Fly Fishing Ninja. He's not in here anymore. He never joins my live streams. Probably doesn't have my bell ring anymore, but that's just because I haven't posted in quite a long time. But trying to. Definitely trying to. So guys, this video is going to be kind of just a little bit of a recap and some new goodies we're going to be trying out. We're going to be doing some rod and reel reviews here pretty soon. Just kind of started working on making a little edit for those. Got some new products came in, so we are working on it. Basically, right now, starting off, we today have received a couple things in the mail. We got some new baits, we got a new reel, and we have received a big enough SD card for the other GoPro so we can be using both of those. So, you know how that is. Got both GoPros working again. Now we're going to be able to get a little bit more footage. Should be pretty good. So I got two SD cards now. So even if one GoPro craps out on me, at least I got a spare SD card that I can use for my GoPro and get more footage when I'm on trips. That's always been the hardest thing for me, I guess. And for some reason, I just never afforded to get another SD card. I don't know why, but it's problem solved now, so no big deal. So we are going to be filming a butt ton. Always. I mean, to be honest, I always am, and I got a lot of content up on my computer that I've been editing through. It's just that I haven't finished up a lot of edits or posted a lot of edits. I had a bad, I don't know, couple months where I could not figure out how to get all the content off of my camera. It was fighting with me, and I couldn't seem to get any sound on it. So I thought I had lost a lot of content that I didn't have sound on, and then uploaded it all pretty much to my computer, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, ended up just randomly getting sound back on all the videos, and so maybe it was just during the upload process or something, it didn't finish or finalize. I don't know what was going on. It drove me nuts, though. So we got content there now, all the way back from like the beginning of the year, fishing Door Shack with my buddy Justin, and honestly had a blast. That was the killer time that we finally started just nailing fish. We were just constantly catching fish, and I don't have an edit out for it yet, and I apologize for that, guys. It was honestly so much content from a day of just constantly videoing. I don't know how I did it. I don't really, to be honest. I didn't think my SD card could hold all of that, I guess you would say. So I don't know how I managed to get all the content that we did get, but man, did we find a honey hole, and we just started catching fish, and then let's see, I think Justin ended up with a nice little over 3-pounder finally. Just fished, the same hole for quite a bit, getting all the dinks out of the way, and then finally came up with a couple decent fish, and lost a couple decent fish as well. But it was a great day on the water. Basically, and then after that, I've been getting local footage of me catching smallmouth here in my local area, well as going up and fishing Man's Lake and getting a couple largemouth as well. So that's been fun. If any of my YouTube subscribers ever want to, make a trip to my area and fish some of the local lakes or ponds or river that I fish and want to fish with me, just hit me up. I'm always for that. I would be very glad to even show you guys my ways around and some of the local spots that I get to enjoy fishing. One of the big ones that's pretty popular and starting to get bigger and bigger and bigger is Door Shack Reservoir. It's known for large smallmouth, and everybody's seeming to up their PBs out there. I'm constantly fishing it as much as I can with my buddy Spencer, and we're always trying out new ways and new baits to get that going, to try to find, you know, some of those bigger fish. I have my PB out of Door Shack right now at 5 pounds, and I'm absolutely jacked for that fish, but I would love to up it even more, because I know there's 7-8 pound fish in Door Shack, and I would love to see one, that's for sure. But other than that, I think my buddy Spencer mentioned something about fishing another reservoir, Brownlee. Never really fished there, never heard of it. So might be getting some footage of that place here pretty soon, and kind of update you guys on some fishing maybe there. We will see how it goes. Other than that, guys, we have some new products that came in, and I guess we're gonna review them. So this should be pretty good. Looking for my dang channel changer, but I don't know what to do with it. Oh well, whatever. Not worried about it. Too bad. Okay, so first product we just got in today is this little puppy right here. You see that guy? This is the new KastKing Royal Elite. And we got this guy in the 8:1 gear ratio. A lot of people out there pretty much swear by the 6:3:1, or 6:4:1, and then there, you know, you got your crowds, I guess you would say, of every different, you know, different person in their what they want for gear ratio wise. I always pretty much just go with a high speed reel, because I've always known to just slow down my reeling that much slower. You know, I still try to keep it smooth, so it, you know, the bait's not obviously just jerking, you know, across the water, or you know, when it's in the water, but just slow your, you know, your roll down just a little bit, and that's gonna kind of make up that time, instead of having to have, you know, that lower speed gear ratio. Obviously, you're still gonna bring in a little bit more line sometimes, but sometimes it's needed. I feel like helps you get that fish a little bit quicker. So I went with the 8:1. So far, right out of the box, I think this thing is absolutely smooth as butter. That's awesome to me. Everything's super tight. All the tolerances are really tight. I don't seem to be able to slip the clutch at all from your release button to your main retrieve. And that's a huge pet peeve of mine. Everybody who has watched any of my little videos and whatnot kind of know that I absolutely hated that. I will show you guys some more, you know, review videos on some of the other reels and rods and things that I've used and still use nowadays. But that's a huge point seller for me right off the bat. Getting this thing, taking it out of the box, and doing that one test right out of the bat was pretty much sold me, to be honest. But how smooth this thing is also awesome. I want to point out one thing in this little review on this guy, is that right off the bat that I've noticed is I have a KastKing Speed Demon, and it has a very lightweight spool, which to be, as you guys can see right here, on the Speed Demon, this spool on the end is drilled out with holes. Okay, KastKing, yes, that was, I mean, awesome idea having, you know, a super lightweight spool, but I know you guys have, you know, obviously advanced from that, because this one does not, and it's awesome, works great. In turn of doing this, of drilling out your spool on the ends, you lose your magnetic brakes completely. I'm not joking. I'm not trying to, you know, fight with anybody on this topic or anything, because it's just a fact. Like, you don't have anything for those magnets to grab onto. Maybe that tiny bit, but those magnets are meant to push into that spool or pull that spool towards the magnets to slow down, you know, your cast in the middle of the wind or whatnot. That's just what they're designed to do. But if you have holes drilled in it and next to no surface area, there's nothing for those to grab onto. So they fixed that big time in the Royal Elite. That's a full surface area right there for those magnets to press into and grab that spool and hold it there. So that, I believe, is going to be also another big selling point for me. Is I shouldn't have to deal with it pretty much at all. It's going to work how I want it to work, how my other reels work, and it's got everything that I've wanted, I guess you would say, in a reel. To me, this puts this reel right up next to the Concept Z as a $200 reel, and you can pick this guy up for 75 bucks, guys. $75 can get you a Royal Elite. And the only, I'm gonna go with a couple cons. Only 2 cons on this reel, and that is actually no, 1 con. Excuse me. And that is that your main drag, or not drag, excuse me, spool tensioner does not click when you tighten it in. Kind of a little pet peeve of mine that I like over the Concept Z is that click is kind of nice sometimes, just to assure you that you have moved it a little bit, kind of deal. But at the same fact, it's not a big deal at all. All that's meant to do is just push on that rod from your spool and tighten it up a little bit. So, other than that, this thing is sweet. It's very, very smooth, just smooth feeling into the hand. Does not feel like you're even reeling, pretty much. It's just very, very, very well balanced. You got your magnetic brake system over here on the side. Kind of a neat little setup. Your main black plastic piece right here is actually your door opener. That actually opens the side case to basically take out your spool and clean your reel and whatnot, clean your spool. And then the center button you guys see here is your magnetic brakes, and you have free all the way here at the very end, and then you have all the way up to 10, like most design reels and whatnot. Good to see you in here, Unearthed Gaming. Wasn't trying to ignore you there, buddy. Just trying to do a little review here on this new KastKing Royal Elite that we got in. We're gonna be throwing it a little bit and seeing how it holds up to my endurance test, I guess you would say. Other than that, this guy I am definitely putting right up beside the Concept Z. Concept Z being a $200 reel, and yes, it does have a better poundage for drag. That's not a huge difference, though. I mean, there's no possible, unless you're going out, maybe going for big striper bass or something like that kind of deal, or hybrids or something, I don't know. But, like, yeah, you're not going to be needing that 25 pounds of drag. This guy comes with a whopping 18, though, or pretty close to 18. It's like 17.6, I want to say. But that's enough. I mean, that's plenty. You could get away with a 12 to 13 pound, drag system and a bait caster and be all right, kind of deal. So that's pretty sweet. But yeah, I definitely mark this guy right up next to the Concept Z in quality wise and just the precision that's been put into it. Just to kind of go back over again real quick, the spool, the not being lightly drilled out, is still a really lightweight spool, so you still achieve that. It's all about what matters. Still about, it can weigh a little bit. It's not that big a deal. I actually have had a combo that I had set up once before where it was my 6.6 Big Sexy stick, and I put the Concept Z reel on it. I don't know what it was, but I hated it. I absolutely hated it. It was such a light rod that I couldn't stand it almost. It literally felt like I was just gonna throw the thing. It felt like a feather. So I couldn't stand that quite. I had to have a little bit of weight there, and so I had ended up switching it to back to my Corrado. Uh, these are on have seen me fish with in other videos, but I haven't done reviews on them, and I'll definitely be doing that. If you guys request a video on one of them sooner, I will try to get that out a little bit sooner. But as of right now, I don't have any content really made up. I'm just trying to get there, trying to figure out everything the best I could describe on the reel, and how I could kind of present it to you guys. So I give a big old 10 out of 10 for the Royal Elite right off the bat, from my eyesight, from my feel of it in my hand, without even been on a rod yet, or basically just straight out of the box. We're still gonna put, the durability test on it, go out there, use it, catch some fish on it, see if it stays smooth. That was kind of one of my issues with my first Speed Demon that came out. It kind of grinded at first. I don't know why, but it was like, got out there, started using it around, and all of a sudden it started squealing and grinding on me, and then I like brought it home, took it all apart, completely just disassembled it on my kitchen table, cleaned everything, re-greased it, put it all back together, and it still did it. And I was like, what the heck is going on? And after a little bit, it was just gone, and it was like the thing just smoothed right out, and it was a beautiful reel, and I absolutely love the thing, and I'm still a diehard KastKing fan. I love their products. I love how it's affordable, and you guys can all, easily get something from KastKing, and not really, I mean, in the end of the day, you're not going to be disappointed. It's good stuff. So affordable and good stuff is awesome, but to be rated right now up against a $200 reel, that's sick. I mean, they're going places, that's for dang sure. So big old shout out to KastKing. Thank you guys again for hooking it up with the Royal Elite. I am definitely going to be putting this guy to the test and doing another review video on it here in the late future, just to show you guys how well it's held up and some of the glory it's went through. This guy is actually going to get paired on my 6.6 Big Sexy Stick, so you guys will see it having a lot of action, because that's one of my favorite rods to throw, and one of the most sensitive ones I got. So that guy and my Whitebird. Whitebird only coming in at 59 bucks, or no, 50 bucks, excuse me, 49.99, 50 bucks if you buy the medium light. If you get the medium heavy, I want to say it is 59.99. It's 60 bucks. But yeah, both amazing rods, especially for right out of the bat. Being one of their cheapest rods. I know I'm gonna get so much hate for this, but I'm saying it right off the bat. They're better than a Duckett. Period. End of story. I know I'm going to get so much hate for it. I know people are going to really probably hate on this video for it, but they are. They have 10 times the sensitivity, and they have twice the action. I will say twice the action, because they're simple to set the hook into. They have a great fast action rod tip that you can easily set the hook into, get a nice whip into it. Duckets are nice. They feel good in the hand. They work well, but I mean, I haven't broken a Whitebird. I've snapped the tip off a Ducket before setting the hook. That's pretty much what sold me on the Whitebird, is I've set the hook into some decent fish, and pretty freaking hard, and I've never blew up a favorite rod, period. That's why I've always been sold with favorite. But there's so many people that are just always stuck about their ways, and always going on about how they're such, diehard fans of this company, or want to go with this company. We're all gonna be shouting for a different company, and that's all right. At the end of the day, we get out there and we do fishing, and we just have fun. That's what matters. So I'm not gonna diss on anybody. I'm definitely not dissing on anybody. So I'm not saying Duckett's a bad company. I still like Ducket rods, period. they make some good products. Maybe it was just a bad, bad rod kind of thing. They probably would have even warranted it for me, but I wasn't really big into fishing at the time, so wasn't caught in a door. Don't people don't say that crap. I wasn't ever shutting a door or anything like that. I know so many people that do that to their rods, and I just can't stand it. But we are, yeah, we're we're only human, but it wasn't a fish, and it, yeah, wasn't anything to freak out about. So that is the review on the KastKing Royal Elite. Pretty sweet. Pretty freaking sweet. So, other than that, we got some new, let's see here, missile baits. And these guys were recommended to me by my buddy, Mr. Joey Stevens. He said these things work pretty friggin' sweet. They got pretty great action to them. And honestly, I'm not going to lie with them. That's for dang sure. So we got them in 3 different colors we're going to be trying out here local. And there were 3 of my personal favorite colors that I've been catching fish on, so I figured it probably would, transfer over, and I'd probably be able to catch the fish here in my local area, because he's not local to me anymore. I grew up with Joey, done a lot of fishing with him, and you guys have seen ice fishing video we did way back when, and I believe, we always go back and forth on swapping out baits and figuring out different things that work really good. So I went with a couple different colors, but we went with the Toxic Grape. It's kind of got a green shadow to it with, for the most part, purple and purple sparkle. Obviously, that being that grape color. And then we went with a El Diablo, being a little bit more of the crawdad-looking imitation color. And then one of my personal favorites, you guys have always kind of known, or maybe not, I don't know, but PB&J. Always big fan of the PB&J. They are sweet. So we've been throwing none of those yet, but we're gonna be trying. We've been throwing a couple different baits lately. I've been switching it up a lot. I've been so stuck on just throwing the certain same jig for most of the year and catching quite a bit of my fish on it, to be honest. And now that temps are changing, fish are doing different things, they're wanting to go different places, I'm not hooking up with as much, and we're gonna have to start digging in the box and start figuring out some different baits to throw. So we are trying out the missile baits. Thank you, big shout out to Joey. Hopefully you see this live stream later tonight or whenever you're on again. I know you haven't been watching a whole lot of YouTube videos, but dang it, I need to get your bell ring or something, so you can get on here. So other than that, new product that came in, we have a new chatterbait that we just got. This guy came in the frog color. Little tip for you guys, and shout out from Lake Fort guy, Mr. Fishing Freak himself. Big thing with all your jigs, guys, and I've noticed greatly in any area. I mean, not just whatever down in Texas or Florida or wherever, these big bass fishermen guys are fishing. When you get a brand new jig head, and I don't just say this because it's just something I do. A lot of people have swore by it, and it works absolutely amazing. And to be honest, almost every jig that I've got right out of the package and thrown, I can't catch fish on, really. But if you take your jig head right off the bat, and if you notice that some of these frills are a little bit longer than others, so take that guy, and you're just going to grab your main, hook point, flips it upside down. Any frills that are sticking up, you're just going to want to toss downwards, so you got just all of them pointing down without the body. I mean, this is a body that I use, a little double tail grub, make it more of that frog type presentation as a trailer. But you're gonna rock this thing like a normal jig on the bottom, you know, doing little jiggy things. um, what works really good with these though, big shout out to the Lake Fork guy again, is that you gotta cut down your skirt, period. Especially if you're running a smaller trailer. If your trailer is bigger than, or if your trailer is smaller than your skirt completely, not letting anything of this matter do what it's naturally meant to do, then basically that skirt will just sit there and it will surround that whole bait, and it will just go through the water like just like that. That's it. But yet, if you cut down your skirt a little bit, make it a little bit more free flowing, a little bit more, I guess you'd say, airy kind of deal while it's flowing through the water, it's going to give it way more motion, and it's going to let that trailer do exactly what it's meant to do in the water, which is what you want. So basically, any jig I get straight out of the package, I take to the garbage can, I flip upside down, I get all those, get your whole skirt, just pulled down just like that, and I trim about a half an inch right off the skirt, because most of the time the skirt's way too long for any of the trailers that I'm running. Sometimes not very much, to be honest. It's the right length, but most of the time I trim it down. If I buy the Strike King, let's see, the Strike King like PB&J jigs, they seem to be already trimmed up exactly how I like it. I still cut a little bit here and there off. You just want to make it look 10 times different from, any bait really that they've seen. You want it to look like a nice snack to them, I guess. At least that's how I'm always trying to do it. And it seems to work for the most part. So anyways, guys, trim that guy up a little bit. Seems to work pretty good. Then you're going to, throw a trailer on there, give it a little bit, and yeah, that's gonna catch some fish for sure. Seems like coming into like the colder months, when the fish are starting to start moving out a little bit deeper, they are looking for like a bigger meal, because they're wanting to kind of feed and move back deeper. And if you have something that's pretty bright and colorful, it seems like, I don't know why, it seems like they've been killing on it though lately, at least in my local area. Chartreuse has been killing it. So I haven't been fishing really the last couple days. Been kind of just sick and feeling like crap and not doing the greatest, but trying to make it through and trying to get things figured out with my doctor so I can get on something that help my sickness. But we're getting around things. We are making things happen, and we're getting some content out for you guys, trying to do a live stream here and there. Big shout out to Unearth Gaming for the message today to maybe do a little bit of a live stream or something, show you guys some of the new products that I got and whatnot. Just got some more stuff coming in. We're gonna have hopefully maybe a little MTB challenge this weekend. I'm gonna try to get my buddy Tyler and him out, maybe if we can, out on his little John boat that he's got, and we'll do a little bit of fishing in that. Not sure exact 100% if that's gonna happen or not, but we will get an MTB box, try to hook up with a buddy or two, and do a little challenge. So, guys, be tuning into that. I think that's pretty much going to do it for the live stream, guys. That went through pretty much most of my new baits and whatnot that we're going to be throwing. And yeah, we'll probably see you on the water here pretty soon. Also, Door Shack trip coming up here in the next week or so. As well as getting those baits shipped out for the winter, and Unearth Gaming. You're gonna get a couple baits as well, just for helping out, get me a couple more subscribers. I did realize I lost one subscriber, so I'm kind of bummed about that. I always seem to see it though, when you throw up a giveaway, somebody gets mad, somebody leaves because they didn't win the giveaway. I'm sorry about that. Like I said, if you joined, give me a big shout out. Message me on my Facebook page, on my Facebook fan page on DVS Fishing Adventures, and I'll get a hold of you guys. I don't mind helping some friends out if they need they need a couple baits, you know, let me know for sure. So we're all out there to have some fun and catch fish, and that's what I want everybody to do. So thank you guys for tuning in for another, you know, episode of DVS Fishing Adventures. Going through, you know, a little bit of a walkthrough, some unboxing and stuff like that, and some new little goodies that we're going to be trying out. Shout out to KastKing for hooking it up with the new Royal Elite. We're going to be definitely putting that reel to the test. Big KastKing fan, so I'm glad to rock some of their gear again. What do we got from Unearth Gaming here? It's good. Some people just come for that. You'll get it back fast. Yeah, for sure, bud. Been with them for a while, but have not gotten a video out from them, and what to know. Suggestions on how to team with them. As you are. Team with MTV. Yeah. I'm not sponsored by MTV. No, I'm not. Unsurprised. Yes, I'm definitely a KastKing diehard. I'm on their pro staff as well. So yes, I am sponsored by KastKing. Big shout out to those guys. They are great company. Big time, great company. Yeah, as for sponsors, guys, I am only working with Woo Tungsten. I'm working with Favorite Fishing. Big shout out to those guys. They make the best rods in the business right now. And I am sponsored by KastKing on their pro staff. So, pro staff for Favorite, pro staff for Woo, and pro staff for KastKing. If that answers your question there, Unearth Gaming. Unfortunately, no, I am not pro staff for MTB. Man, that would be sweet. I would love to be, actually. So, yeah, big shout out to Carl, because we all love them baits. But maybe here in the future, we're going to be trying to do some, you know, challenge videos and walk you guys through those MTB baits and, you know, what we get in. So they'll be pretty sweet. I know they always are. I get a lot of good baits from those guys, and they seem to really focus on my area, it seems like, and a lot of the baits that I get. I know a lot of people probably get the same thing, but it seems to work. So shout out to those guys. Love their stuff. Pro staff, kind of like applying for a job, to be honest, bud. It's kind of hard sometimes. I know they have like junior pro staff teams for people that are still in school, and you know, trying to get on like to tournaments and things like that. But you don't have to. Are we back? Are we back? I think we're back. Are you still there on Earth Gaming? Yeah, for the most part, it's just like, what my advice to you, go online. If you look up even like Bass Angler, what is it? Bass Angler application forms or resumes. Yeah, look up resumes, like basically like a tournament angler resume. Just kind of look through what they've got on their, you know, application. Obviously, a lot of those guys are all going to be, you know, tournament anglers, and they put up, you know, that they've done so many tournaments, blah blah blah. Just switch out that section with, you know, some video content you've done, some products that you've really loved or, you know, reviewed, some places you've been, different fishes you fish for. Just I'm trying to name out, you know, a couple things that you can put on there, what you're gonna do for that company, what you know your goal is in life, you know, to help that company, or to you know, things like that, little bits like that, how you're gonna, you know, use their products in your videos and promote their things and things like that. And to be honest, you can't just go out there and just wing out resumes to just every company that you see or that you want to, you know, possibly maybe be with. You really need to pick out a select few that you've put through the tests and that you've truly stand by, and no matter what, you're not going to fall from them, really. In turn, doing that, you want to make sure that company is going to stand by you, though. You want to make sure that they're not just going to add you to, you know, this pro staff and not really help you out at all. I've seen it time and time again. I'm hoping a lot of these pro staff, people get what they deserve in turn in doing this, and in making these, content, these videos, you know these reviews for their products, for being out there constantly showing off their products and using them, but just a little bit of all of it. Um, you got to be devoted big time. That's the biggest thing, and it's hard for me right now also, and I feel like I've been letting a lot of the companies down from not posting and not having videos and not having content up, but I'm still trying to get, Instagram photos and tagging everybody in those and making sure that people know about the sales going on, and just all of that. It all comes down to that big time, is just making sure that company knows that you truly, truly, truly care about what they do and the products that they make. So I, once again, just a massive shout out to Favorite Fishing. They have always stood by my side. I've talked to them personally. Um, Shout out to Winston. He's a great guy, owning Favorite and just running the business there, whatnot. He's just a wonderful person to work with. Always has been. Great guy to just talk to. Um, and hopefully I get a fish with him. I hope someday, big time, that I do get a fish with him. I would love to have a Door Shack trip with the Guggen squad, or the have some guys from Favorite come out and fish Door Shack with me. I think that would be an all-out blast. So I do kind of put that here in this video, just in case you guys end up watching it and seeing that would be a pretty, I don't know, a pretty fun adventure, I guess you would say, a DVS fishing adventure. And yeah, so we're going to get out in this video here with that. But basically, yeah, that's how you would pretty much go about, getting your pro staffs and things like that. And yeah, shout out to all the companies that have helped me out: Cast King, Favorite Fishing, Woo Tungsten, all you guys. Just glad to be out there and be on the water all the time, 24/7, always fishing, and got great products in my hand. That's what I love. It's never been this fun of a game to me, and it's not a game, I guess you would say, but just going out there and catching these beautiful creatures and getting to see each and every unique fish out there is really cool to me. That's why I do it. That's why I get out there. That's why I spend so much time and devotion into getting different products and trying out different, things by all these new companies coming out, and just going out there on a limb just to see what's going on. It's just been mad fun, and it's really cool, and seeing the community come together, seeing how many people, that truly will help you out, even out there on the water, and want to do the same thing as you're doing, is really cool. There's a huge fishing community, and you guys are just amazing. So yeah, once again, thank you. Shout out to all my sponsors and people wanting to help me out. And yeah, that's gonna end this video. We're gonna be trying out those new baits, and we will be doing a review on another reel tomorrow evening, so tune in for the live stream tomorrow evening as well, guys. Thank you again for tuning in today. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, whatever, message them down below in the comment section. Please, please, please put a big old thumbs up for this video if you enjoyed the review. Sorry for all you Ducket fans out there if I upset you. I didn't mean it. I love Ducket still, so don't worry. It's just the truth to me. Opinion. I've used both. That's what I like. Anyways, subject up again. Yeah. Press that little bell over there also if you guys have not, because the bell will ring when I'm on this live stream or any, and you guys can get in and watch it. Personally, message me right off the bat to whatnot out of me. So if not, in a comment. So thanks, guys, and we will catch up with you on